Everyone says fashion started in Paris, the runways, the designers, the whole idea of style. But that's wrong, like embarrassingly wrong. Fashion didn't start in a fancy atelier in the 1800s, it started in a cave around 150,000 years ago. Let's back up. Way, way back. Imagine you're a human 150,000 years ago in North Africa. No cities, no stores, no mirror. You don't have a closet. You have whatever you could find or kill. And yet, someone in your group is wearing a necklace made from seashells, drilled with a sharp stone. That necklace isn't random. It's actually one of the oldest known human decorations ever found. Archaeologists found 33 shell beads in Bizmoune Cave in Morocco. They're at least 142,000 years old, maybe 150,000. And these weren't just pretty rocks someone picked up, they were worn, strung together, carried around. Someone 150,000 years ago decided, I want to look like something. And that decision, that tiny moment of vanity, is the birth of fashion. But here's the part that really gets weird. It wasn't just jewelry. Around the same time, humans in South Africa were grinding up red rocks. The rock is called ochre. It's bright red, almost blood-colored. At Blombos Cave in South Africa, they found ochre use going back 100,000 years. And at Olorgesailie in Kenya, they found shaped ochre pieces 307,000 years old. 300,000 years, humans were painting themselves before we even had proper language. Okay, but why? Why would someone living through constant danger stop to paint themselves red? Archaeologists think it wasn't about vanity. At first, it was about identity, about communication without words. Imagine you're meeting a stranger from another group. You can't speak their language, but one of you is wearing a certain bead from a specific shell, in a specific color. That bead is saying something. It's saying where you're from, who you belong to. Archaeologist Stephen Kuhn called beads the earliest evidence of nonverbal human communication. Before texting, before language even fully formed, humans were already broadcasting who they were. And then there's the most insane example of prehistoric fashion ever found. In 1955, workers digging near Vladimir, Russia hit something unexpected, a burial site 34,000 years old. Inside were 3 people buried in clothes completely covered in ivory beads. Over 13,000 beads total. Archaeologists think each one took roughly an hour to make. Think about that. These people spent over 13,000 hours crafting decorations during the Ice Age. When staying alive was a full-time job, the clothing one of the boys was wearing had long pants, a cape, and knee-high boots, all decorated. This wasn't survival clothing. This was a statement. And here's the part that completely rewrites everything you think about ancient humans. To make those beads, you need planning, abstract thinking, fine motor skills. You have to find the right material, shape it, drill it, string it, without a single mistake. That's not animal behavior. That's human behavior. And it happened 150,000 years ago. But wait, there's something even stranger about why we decorated ourselves. Some researchers think it wasn't just about identity, it was about attracting a mate. In the same way a peacock uses its feathers, humans used decoration to signal health and status. Wearing a necklace made from rare shells from 800 miles away, meant something. It said, I have connections, I have resources, I matter in this group. Sound familiar? That's still exactly why people buy luxury brands today. There's also the funeral angle. And this one is genuinely moving. At burial sites across the world, going back 100,000 years, humans decorated their dead. Red ochre smeared on the body, shells placed carefully beside them. That means decoration wasn't only for the living, it was for something after. Decoration became connected to ritual, identity, belief. Everything that makes us human. So what about Paris and the runways and the whole fashion industry we know? Paris didn't invent fashion. Charles Worth didn't invent fashion in 1858. He just industrialized something humans had been doing for 150,000 years. The real first fashion designer wasn't French. They lived in a cave in Morocco, and they made their collection from seashells 142,000 years before anyone walked a runway. Next time someone tells you fashion is shallow or superficial, remember this. The urge to decorate yourself is 150,000 years old. It's older than farming, older than the wheel, older than written language. It might be one of the oldest things that makes us distinctly human. Think about that the next time you pick out an outfit, or choose a piece of jewelry, or paint your nails, or wear a color because it just feels like you. That feeling, that instinct, has been alive in humans since before we can even imagine. Somewhere in a cave in Morocco, 150,000 years ago, someone held a seashell and thought, this would look good on me. And they were right. Fashion didn't start in Paris, it started in a cave, and it never really stopped.